Alright, welcome back to another video. We're doing Timeless yet again. Guys, real quick, check out the spoilers for Murders of Karlov Manor. There have been some big ones there, especially the new Mana League spoiled in Standard. It's just like mind-blowing that they're doing that step. I really did not think they would ever do that. So definitely go check out those spoilers. That's some exciting stuff I'm looking forward to. And I also wanted to say that now with the Standard RC season beginning or having already begun, are you guys interested in some Standard content? I have really neglected the format for a while now, and I've looked a little bit at some lists, and there's a lot of innovation, a lot of new cards from the excellent set that over time has caused archetypes to look really a lot different than they used to. So yeah, kind of interesting how Standard is playing out. I could see myself going back into it and playing a little bit. It looks fun. But for now, we're going to stick to Timeless. And today I have another Izzet deck. I just really wanted to cover this because this is just something I thought of doing. I basically took Izzet MURKTIDE, which is a big deck in Modern, and transformed it over to this format, and it almost has all the cards. It's missing like the free spells like Force of Negation and Subtlety. And the big one, it's missing MURKTIDE, so that's obviously quite sad. But you do have other Delve spells that you can fill that Delve slot with. Of course, that won't technically replace the MURKTIDE, but still, you get some powerful spells there that you can abuse. So we're playing Free Treasure Cruise instead of the MURKTIDE. And yeah, I often say that DRC, Ragavan, they're not great, all that stuff, because Bowmaster format. But I wanna give them a shot, because with this deck, you can play around it a little bit here and there. Like, when your opponent is clearly representing Bowmaster, you might not have to play into it with your 1-drops. You have removal for the Bowmaster too. You have Scolding, Counterspell, change the equation. I could also see maybe going like this and playing another Scolding in the main deck if Bowmaster really is a big issue. You could even play up to 4 Scoldings if you want to. Also, considering that you have Shredder in your deck, it allows you to play more sort of restrictive cards. Like a Stern Scolding is very narrow, right, in what it does. But when you have Shredder in your deck, you can discard it in situations where it's not good anymore, while keeping the power level of trading for a 2-drop or 3-drop even. So yeah, and then the rest of the deck, I mean, pretty stock MURKTIDE stuff. Change the equation as an additional counterspell. Again, you could also play a third Stern Scolding Spell Pierce there. I think it's sort of a flex slot, just like the Borrower is a flex slot. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna move a Scolding to the main deck and move the Borrower to the side. Maybe it's just a smarter move. Shredder I do like. Obviously pretty bad against Bowmaster too, but at least it doesn't die to Bowmaster. So when they play Bowmaster, you can just shoot the Orc, leave them with the 1/1, and then sort of get going with the Shredder. Expressive Iteration, very very powerful card. Doesn't see that much play in this format yet. And then of course Blood Moon. And I think Blood Moon is a lot more powerful than I initially thought. The Titan deck is very prevalent on the ladder, and just a generally very very strong deck, very consistent. Puts Titan via natural order into play, or casting it via Sunken Citadel and Castle Garen Brick and a Ramper on turn 1, quite often on turn 3. So certainly deck you have to respect. It's super fast, it's super consistent, super powerful, and Blood Moon is a great answer to it, while also being pretty decent against a lot of other decks. Anybody who's going a little bit too greedy with their mana base will get got by Blood Moon, and you can even drop it on turn 2 by Ragavan that hits them on turn 1. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it turns out that just all the reasons that whenever someone plays Ragavan in a video against me, I always say like, this is the reason XYZ why Ragavan is bad. So we'll see. Yeah, likely it will be bad, but it's still a very very powerful card. Just the format is kind of hateful towards it right now. So let's see. We'll see. Maybe I can clear the way, like, for example, when your opponent goes Grazer, you just go Lightning Bolt on a Grazer. It doesn't feel good, but at least your Ragavan hits, you start getting treasures, and that's going to be good for you. So, there's ways around the various things, playing Free Scolding, respecting the Bowmaster very much. All right, sideboard, we have some Ashioks, of course, another Blood Moon, Pithing Needle, Spell Pierces, Unholy Heat, number 4 for big creatures. We have Bauble here, so, you know, enabling Unholy Heat is not too difficult. We even have enchantments in the main deck to discard into Shredder or get countered or whatever. Ashiok, of course, great card. Could even play a third copy, but opting for 2 unlicensed Thirst, sort of, I think like 3 Blood Moon, 2 Ashioks is pretty good hate against the Titan deck, also 2 Aether Gust. So I think these could be Ashioks theoretically, but I'm just going to go with hers because I really like that card against the Lurrus control deck and just Lurrus decks in general, any graveyard deck. But it's especially nice against blue-black control, where it doubles as a threat and also as important graveyard interaction. And yeah, some more removal and 2 copies of Brazen Borrower on the sideboard. There's maybe a lot. That last copy could be anything else, really, probably. But yeah, helps a little bit against leyline decks or against weird decks that just put some permanence into play. Could also be something like a Mystical Dispute. You know, the options are plentiful. Maybe Memory Lapse even. I guess this could also be a Memory Lapse. Yeah, maybe this should just be Memory Lapse. Change the Equation is nice, but this is a tempo deck, and in a tempo deck, you can make pretty good use out of Memory Lapse. Yeah. All right, you know what? Nah, I'll leave it as is. 2 Borrowers might be actually good. We'll see. All right, let's play some Izzet Tempo. Let's call it that. Okay, play first. Yeah, it's a turn 1 Ragavan. I'm not going to pass that up. It's a bit too many lands, of course. But hopefully this Ragavan connects. Looks like we're playing Once Upon a Time. You always know when you're playing Titan already before they play the spell, because you can see that they have priority. And then you know they play Once Upon a Time, and yeah, so it has to be Titan. I don't know what's going on. Like I think I played like 4 Necro decks in a row. And this is maybe the 4th Titan deck I play in the last 5 matches. It's like I only play against the same decks. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Brett on Titan. Yeah, Titan is a strong deck for sure. Very powerful. Like I would just personally get bored a little bit playing a Titan deck all the time on ladder, but if you just want to succeed and just play a powerful proactive thing that beats people down, it's a good idea. Colony Garden to chump block with. Nasty. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna play DRC and then bolt the Grazer, just like I said in the intro. The question, I guess, do I fetch here? I do have Blood Moon in my deck. So I think these should be islands after all, so I shouldn't fetch like I have to fetch Steam Vents here, of course, if I fetch, so I shouldn't fetch. And the upside, I mean, fetching for Dragon's Chandler, thinning your deck. I think I don't want that. I mean, it could prevent them from natural ordering theoretically, but they might just chump block here, yeah. And then at that point, if they chump block there, they probably are going for the Titan and not for the natural order. So, all right, now I have two types. Expressive Iteration would be a very nice draw. They could get Blast Zone, which would actually be a pretty big blowout. Because like my hand is very bad against Blast Zone. All right, they're going for Castle Garenblick. Oh wow, that's very good. Damn. Okay. This is turn 2, 4 lands in play. This is just nasty. All right. Maybe you have to play 3 Blood Moons to, you know, have them on turn 3, because if you don't have them on turn 3, this deck just kills you, I guess. Great. Yeah, my hand was a bit risky, and they had a very good draw. But like, I feel like the Titan deck does this every game. Like, it's not even them having a good draw. This is just how the deck operates. It just has Once Upon a Time for a super high consistency, getting you what you need. And then boom, it has the Tron between these two guys. Grazers, it has 8 Grazers. The deck is super consistent. It always does its thing, so you gotta be fast. Okay, well, it's bad because I never get through that, and I even cut my one borrower from the deck, so this is bad for me. Very bad, but at least it's not, you know, prime time bad, I guess. So I have that going for myself. All right, Treasure Cruise. Well, for the full price I have to pay here. I guess we're doing it. This is pretty embarrassing, honestly. Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to realize I did one change to what the original Murktide list actually looked like. They play 4 cantrips. Damn. No, I'm keeping that. They play 4 cantrips. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I just built the deck. So I apologize for that. I should be careful, by the way, here with the Bauble. Not that my guys have to attack. This thing has reach, right? Yeah. All right, so I technically could get to Delirium here, but I guess I will want to draw the Shredder. The Shredder is a way of gaining some traction. And yeah, cracking a Bauble, there's... I mean, the Delirium part, I gotta be very careful about. So next turn I fetch, then those will be active and attack into this. But I guess I can fetch post-combat. And I have Unholy Heat in my deck, so 5/7 actually is dealable with. Sure. Okay, what are you drawing? Gate to Manaborn. Right. Yeah, no, I this deck needs to play 4 Consider just for consistency, and also just having more things to trigger Dragon Rage Chandler, Shredder with, milling the graveyard. This deck has to play 4 Consider, so I have to make space for 4 Consider. How do I do that? Jeez. That's gonna be difficult. Oh, my opponent got Blancer. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not sure if you should start attacking here. Technically I have Ragavan in my deck, but I guess if you get Ragavan, it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Play Shredder. Play Bauble. Should I fetch first to thin my deck? Probably, right? Yeah, because I'm gonna do this no matter what. Okay. I think, yeah. And I guess take a look and play Blood Moon. All right, cool. All right, so it's 5/7 against my 2 Shredders. If I find Expressive Iteration, for example, that would be awesome. A Treasure Cruise would of course be awesome as well. I have a couple turns here. Nice. So the question, do I play Shredder first, or do I just play Iteration first? I think I play Shredder first. I want them to grow. Alright, let's go. I'm at 7, so I can take 1 more hit. That's technically a jump blocker. I think I'm gonna ditch it though. I think I should be... Alright. Another Blood Moon. Well, I guess I'm just gonna dash Ragavan here. Put the Blood Moon into my hand. Ragavan Dash is kind of neat in the way that it goes back to your hand and then it allows you to re-trigger Shredders. Yeah, I'll just go to 2. It's fine. I need to find 1 heat. I think these Shredders will grow too slowly. My opponent has already used 2 Scryings, so Scrying is obviously one of the better draws here because it finds them second forest, enabling a lot of stuff. Or finds them Boseiju. Yeah, take 5. Here you can feel sort of the Murktide missing. compared to the modern deck, because the MURKTIDE is just an 8/8 flyer for 2 mana. Another shredder, man. Well, I have to play 2 spells. So I guess I'll... Do I want a second Blood Moon or a second Shredder? I could also play these 2 first, I guess. Then draw even more cards. Yeah, maybe that's actually best. I mean, or I could just ditch the Blood Moon, yeah. Ditch the Blood Moon. I have 1 Blood Moon already. If they go Sylvan Scry and Boseiju, takes them 2 turns. I don't know. The Ragavan is also Clog. I mean, they had 18. I think I'm just gonna go with the Ragavan, honestly. Alright, so this one triggers first. Counterspell. No thanks. Okay, so now it's... This is 7 toughness, so not quite enough. So I have to start chomping. Yeah, I need like another Expressive Iteration or a Treasure Cruise here. I mean, I don't need it, but it would be nice. Now I have Counterspell though, so that feels pretty good, pretty safe. The end. I mean, oh no, they've just naturally drawn it. Ah, brutal. Yeah, naturally drawing the 1 Boseiju you have in your deck. Smart. Going around the Counterspell. Oh wow, that's aggressive. And now they're down to Sunken Citadel. I mean, this couldn't have gone any better for me. Now they're basically down to top decking. Crazy. Fierce Empath. Well, better than nothing. If I had MURKTIDE in my deck, imagine. Also triggers my Shredders, which is nice. But MURKTIDE, I could fetch it up. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, pass. Alright, cool. Wow. The natural order was not that good against Counterspell. Oh! I thought, I literally thought about them drawing exactly that card. I was like, how would I die here? And I was like, yeah, Kratos would kill me. And I was like, but it's 1 card, right? It's 1 freaking card. Oh my god. I could have played around it by keeping back the 3/5, but are you kidding me? I had it on my mind. I didn't say it because it was like so unnecessary to say, because it was like, it's 1 card, whatever. But like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, even if you have Titan here, which is probably the 2nd best card you could have drawn, like, I have 2 flying creatures, so you need to, like, Radiant Fountain yourself up to 8 life, and then, like, hope I don't draw a spell. You know, like, I'm definitely in the game against the Titan here at this point. But they draw Behemoth. They drew naturally Boseiju off the top into naturally Behemoth. Excuse me, but I'm a little... RNG was not on my side there. No, it definitely wasn't. Ay. Okay. Alright. Ashiok's Blood Moons. Aether Gust. I mean, Borrower would have been kind of nice. I guess Heat is a pretty good way to deal with the Titan, actually. But not with the 5/7, funnily enough. Oh, I can't believe I lost that game. Like, I also had 3 Expressive Iterations still left in my deck and 2 Treasure Cruise. But yeah, I guess that's what you get when you don't play Consider in your deck, because I really have to make that change. I honestly don't know what I would cut, though. That's going to be interesting. 7, 10, 18 lands. 18 lands sort of, yeah, I don't know. Like, I would have to make space. I guess this goes, 1 Scolding goes. And then, I don't know. That's 2 Considers. I wouldn't even know what to cut for consider. Maybe a DRC, maybe a Shredder. Maybe a Cruise. Something like that. Anyways, I'll find a way because I think this deck has to play consider. Alright, anyways. Okay, I gotta play faster here. I think Spell Pierce is not good enough. I think Scolding is fine. They have Fierce Empath, so I think Lightning Bolt probably goes. And then maybe just play all heats. And then Borrower? Not even sure Ragavan is the card I should keep in this matchup because again, like Grazer and Kami, that's a lot. Maybe Ragavan actually has to leave. Because DRC is good here, it's a free flyer. Shredder is decent. Okay. I can mill myself with the Ashiok enabling Treasure Cruise, which is pretty relevant. How do you make space for the considers, though? This hand is excellent. It's like a dream. The only way they could make this not become a dream is by having a Grazer turn 1, which they always have, so it is how it is, I guess. Yeah, that's why Ragavan isn't great. Radiant Fountain. They did have Radiant Fountain, okay. You almost do want to trade as well, because they need it for natural order. But I could draw Unholy Heat and get rid of it. I think I won't take the trade quite yet. I think I'll just play Shredder here. If I had Scolding, I probably wouldn't have played the Ragavan turn 1. Which is very unintuitive, but I think you just gotta keep up the Scolding for the Kami or Grazer. Alright. Just play Ashiok, right? Could have Get Lost. Which would be Get Lost into natural order would be pretty sick. They need Get Lost, natural order. They got the Temple Garden very aggressively there. So like you wouldn't normally fetch Temple Garden this aggressively, right? Turn 1, fetch Temple Garden. Do you do it when you don't have a white card in hand? Maybe, just to hedge. But like they surely have, I don't know. Yeah, they have Get Lost. Get Lost both gets Ashiok and the other thing. If they play Garenbrick, I can counter the Titan. I think I'll just actually do attack here with the Shredder. And look, they have priority too. I'm not gonna play my Ashiok. Yeah, this is fine by me. I'm just gonna chill on the Counterspell and go around. Like, they only have one Cavern usually, these white versions of the deck. So I should be somewhat safe with the Counterspell. They don't have a creature for natural order. Alright, they even put this on white. So now I'm gonna go Expressive because I'm missing a land. Alright, awesome. Just take the Heat or take the Shredder. I have double Counterspell. I think I just take the Shredder. Alright. Well, Ragavan did a thing at least. Traded with the thing. Right now, I would of course love to draw another land. So I have... Ooh, that's also pretty good. Oh, I can put this on 2 and then blow up both my Shredders if I play Shredder here. Would be a bit of a yikes. Would be a bit of a yikes. Huh. Maybe just... I just really want to have Counterspell up. I think it's okay if they do that, honestly. I think it's okay, as weird as it sounds. Because I have Treasure Cruise. And if they lose a land for that, I'm just ditching the Bauble. If they lose a land for that, I'm gonna be okay. Just ditch the Borrower. Yeah. I guess I bobble myself. Not a bobble. I have to assume they're going for the Blast Zone line. They could also play Cavernous Souls and get me that way, of course. I kind of don't want to draw Bauble here. I just want to draw land. So I'm going to go and pass. It's a bit awkward against the Blast Zone, of course, but I'm also pretty hardcore playing around the Get Lost. I think it's okay to do so. Like, Ashiok is such a nightmare for them. So if I can just protect the Ashiok with Counterspell, I should be alright. Look, like, now they blow up 2 Shredders, but I have Ragavan, so I'm gonna be okay. I think here I just Treasure Cruise. Not hitting. If I would have drawn a land, I would have gone with... They should probably Blast Zone to prevent the Shredders from triggering. If I would have drawn a land, I would have just gone Ashiok there, but I didn't. Here I can go Ragavan Dash. It's probably the best line I have. And I keep up Counterspell. They will blow up the Blast Zone, of course, the Shredders. Aether Gust. Alright, so now we are secured against... okay. Maybe just ditch a Counterspell? 15 life. I could also ditch the Shredder at this point, probably. Yeah, just ditch Flooded Strand, I guess. I already have all the islands. Yep. I mean, I might get lost my Ragavan. That would... Maybe I was greedy discarding the Shredder. Maybe I should have just discarded a land, or... Maybe I should have discarded a land, yeah. Maybe a Counterspell even. Yeah. I had a good read, but now I'm without a threat, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I should have probably kept the Shredder. Well, I'm just gonna Counterspell that, right? Like, they could have Veil of Summer, I guess. Okay. Veil of Summer would have been not very nice. Ah, man. Yeah, having 1 Shredder here would have been big with these map tokens. Instead of a Counterspell, also drawing the Ashiok. Oh, that was bad. That cost me the game. Yep. That might cost me the game. We'll see. I mean, yeah. They could just drop Field of the Dead, but a lot of their cards are shut off now. This is not, though. This works. Seek a non-land for once, so they have an extra card there. I guess they're kind of off Field of the Dead. They have 7 lands, but they still need Field of the Dead and another different one. This is just a 1/1. Imagine I had a Shredder here. This game would be over with the double map. Need to draw a threat. I could Aether Gust it. It's fine. But I was right on my read. I'm pretty sure about that. They had to get lost all along. Okay, well that's pretty good. Auto tapper wants me to tap the islands, of course, but no, we're not doing that. Yeah, I was just 1 Shredder here. This game would be easy peasy. But we're a huge favorite now with Blood Moon in play and Ashiok, so I'm not too worried. And 2 Counterspells. Although, to play Ashiok, I have to tap out double blue. So if they kill this, if I in 4 turns don't draw anything, even the Ragavan is a good draw. Well, talking about Ragavan, because I can just make it a 3/2 here, hopefully. Heat. Kills the 1/1, but besides that. I mean, they cannot cast anything. I think I'm just looking for Expressive Iteration and Treasure Cruises and such. Okay. All right. I could have made this a 4/3, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, that's how it's supposed to go, I guess. So they're playing the Alteriax version. I hope they don't have Veil of Summer. I hope they just have like Fran. And Fran is good, actually. Fran is pretty good, yeah. I basically need my 2 Aether Gust against Fran. Or I just need to draw Blood Moon early, so they don't cast it. Man, Ragavan also bad against Fierce Empath. I'm really starting to doubt how good this card is. Maybe I should just play Stern Scoldings. I could Pithing Needle, like Seiju or something. Blast Zone. Turn into like this blue-red control-dish deck. Scolding number 3. It's good against Empath too, which is kind of nice. So they have like 12 targets, but of course on the draw it means you can't get the 1-drop, so less good. Maybe Spell Piece is actually fine because it does counter Natural Order. I mean, Ragavan was kind of okay. Maybe I just played 2. I don't know. It was kind of bad too. I don't know. You really want DRC here. DRC seems perfect. Cheap threat, digs you deeper, they can't kill it, so you surveil all the time the cards that you want on the top of your deck. And yeah. I'm keeping this. I guess I'm bottoming the Heat. They might also be boarding out. They might be boarding out Natural Order. I think that's actually the right play. And they definitely board out the Behemoth, which won them the game 1, which I can't believe they did win. It's just so unlikely that I lost that one. That's pretty good. Here Scolding would have been nice. Alright. Now they can fetch like a Carnage Tyrant. Titan. Alright. I just gotta play the Baubles. I need to hit land drops. Draw, get lost, good to know. They already put this on white as well, so they're either hedging their bets or they already have a get lost in hand. One of the two. Have Westvale Abbey, so they can activate that next turn already. Because of Sunken Citadel. And I'm stuck missing land drops. This is pretty bad for me. I needed to hit a 3rd land here to keep holding up Counterspell and then next turn with Expressive. But this is my own doom, because I did not put Consider into my deck. I made my deck less consistent. And yeah, getting wrecked. Wish I could stifle that somehow. I guess Stifle is legal after all. Maybe this deck should be playing Stifle. Not a terrible card to play for sure. Yikes. Guess I could have Unholy Heated the Empath end of turn. Maybe I should have done that. Rough. At least if I draw a land, I have Channeler here as a threat. So, oh, Kevin. Yeah, that's game, likely. I need to like draw Island and then drop Blood Moon. Yeah, okay, so if I have Blood Moon, if I have Island Blood Moon, I'm in the game. Because they only have forests, which means they can still cast a Titan though. So maybe I was wrong bottoming the Heat after all. Oh, I made another mistake. I mean, I don't know. It's just such a hindsight thing. Like, the Heat helps kill the Titan in a game where Blood Moon hits the battlefield. So I could have anticipated this game going this exact way. They already have 2 forests, by the way. I don't even need this one. Yeah. And now, tough. If they had a plains in their deck, they could fetch it, but I don't think they play plains. Yeah. So now I have a heat in my graveyard where it shouldn't be. It should be in my hand. That would be... Maybe I should have just discarded Shredder in this situation, because my hand was loaded. I already had a threat. And just keep the heat for the possibility that this might happen. And discard Shredder. I think that would have been smart. So I don't have Delirium. So I think I'll just play this first. Now I can tap out anyways. Can't cast Counterspell anyways either. To find the second island. Okay, well, I'm keeping that, I guess. I guess I won't be putting fetch lands into the graveyard that easily either. Yeah, but the DLC, hopefully, I guess I don't have anything going for myself. Again, sort of missing the bubble, missing the cantrips, already played 2 bubbles. No way to trigger the channel at this point. Besides heat, I guess. Man, it would be crazy if I win this game. I could win it, but they can also cast more Titans here. They can just cast 6/6s. Yeah, not easy. Game 1 was the one I should have won against the end. Although if they had Titan in that situation, I guess I would have died as well. So I don't know. Maybe it was just a difficult matchup. To be fair, like if I play 4 Considers, that might also change the equation, because all of a sudden my deck becomes more lean. I could try my luck theoretically. I actually could have also blocked there. I'm so stupid. What am I even doing? I don't know. It's just... I'm talking so much that I just stop playing the game well. Like I could have blocked here, and then this is also... I can just then kill the Titan. So stupid. Missing instant. If I had a creature in hand, I could play Shredder here, play Heat, and then hit. I think I'm just gonna do it. So bad though if it doesn't work. Like I could have had safely killed this. I'm just gonna risk it. Loot first, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really... I guess surveil first. Alright, easy game. Never didn't have it. Oh wow, second island. Let's go. Okay. Well, I'm in the game. Next turn I have Counterspell up. Hold! Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything bad. No! You naturally drew a Satyr again. Are you cracked? You're too good at this game. You're too good at this game. Bro, you're too good at this game. How can I beat you? Naturally draw Boseiju into Kratos in game 1. Now naturally drew the Boseiju again. Doesn't even need the Sylvan Scrying. To be fair, I mean, they had a lot of live draws there, so... Nice. Do I have Borrow in my deck? I do. Do have Borrow in my deck, but that's pretty nice. I like that. If they would have tapped differently, they could have killed me here, so another mistake has been done. I guess I'm not the only one doing mistakes. Could have just cast Get Lost for the kill. Didn't want to though. Well, I have Borrow in my deck, I guess, so we're down to that. If I have Borrow, would be pretty good. Although I still have to beat Field of the Dead. Alright, that's not a Borrow. Alright, GG. Changing the deck. So far, I gotta say though, like, this seems solvable, you know? Like, this seems solvable. We were missing a bunch of land drops this game. You could just play more Blood Moon, but yeah, this is sort of the public enemy number 1. Huh? This is just the most powerful clean deck in the format, I feel like. Like, it's just more consistent than the Breach deck, and it's a little bit more difficult to disrupt, although, yeah, sort of, because like, even if you have Ashiok or Blood Moon, they have Get Lost for those things. And I feel like the Breach combo deck is very, very powerful, of course, but if you've removed their graveyard once with like a crypt or whatever, they cannot really come back that easily. Like they can, of course, but it's a bit harder. And this deck, like the way you hate this deck is you put a permanent into play and you hope it sticks. And otherwise they're just going to kill you super quickly, of course, if you don't have that. And those permanents, they have answers for post-board. So makes it a bit better against hate, generally speaking. Like they were able to just Posage you in 2 games by Blood Moon. I have Get Lost for Ashiok and Blood Moon as well, so the Titan deck is public enemy number 1 right now. All right, let's cut these 2 at least. I have to make room for 4 considers. Tough. I could cut a Shredder, I guess. And a Cruise. I feel like Cruise would have been really good in a lot of these spots, and it gets even better with Consider in my deck. But I really want 2 Blood Moons as well. And I don't want to go lower on these things. Tough, I just don't have space. 18 lands, I think could go 17 maybe. Don't love that either. I could go like this maybe? Is that crazy? Seems reasonable. I feel like the 3rd Cruise is better than the 4th Iteration, but maybe you should still play 4 iterations. I'm gonna try this, I think. Anything else I want to do? I guess I want to add Stern Scolding to the sideboard because I cut 1 from the main. Maybe Ashiok isn't actually that great. Maybe I don't know. Like Ashiok being good against the Storm deck too, though. That seems kind of nice. All right, I think again, like we lost that matchup, but we learned a lot about it. And like in game 1. Again, if they wouldn't have drawn Runner, Boseiju, Kratos, I had the counterspell for Sylvan Scrying, so like, oh, yeah. I don't know, just, that was kind of unlucky. So yeah, that happened, and I feel like that matchup could be actually good, which would be a good reason to play this deck. Anyways, the other matchups also have to be good. Anyways, let's just play more and see. Play first. On the play, Ragavan, double Bauble, yeah. Yeah, let's just Bauble first, I guess. Let's see what's up. I might keep the second Bauble because Bauble and Shredder is a pretty nice combination. They have Den of the Bugbear. All right, but I guess yeah, I'm gonna high roll here a little bit and keep the Bauble for the Shredder. If I don't hit the land, obviously not great. But I also have Ragavan to give me a treasure theoretically, if ever if things go well. They might not. Okay. Land? Damn it. Land? Okay, good. I'm still gonna slow roll the Bauble because now I do have the land. Don't have Bowmaster, please. Fonzie is fine. Fine by me. So it's like Rakdos mid-range, I assume. Den of the Bugbear in the mana base. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Probably the safest play is to go Iteration, but the highest upside play is to go Shredder Bauble, draw into a land, discard Blood Moon, boom, Ragavan. That's the highest upside play. That definitely is the highest upside play, but Expressive gives me free looks. They might not have a removal though for Shredder, so I could just play Shredder. They have used the Fatal Push. It's gonna be a 2/4/2, so they have to have Fatal Push. I think I'm gonna go for the Shredder. They have to have removal. I might be able to draw the land right here, not right now. Didn't. Okay, sad. They haven't. I'm just discarding Blood Moon, right? Like, yeah. This could run into a Bowmaster theoretically. But I think if they play Bowmaster here, like what are they gonna do? They shoot 1/2 face. I guess they shoot 1/2 Shredder and then this can attack. Yeah, maybe I'll just chill. If they tap low, I can then pop the Bauble and draw the card in upkeep. Don't kill my Shredder! Alright, I mean, They haven't killed it yet, so... They're attacking? Ooh. Yeah, I'm blocking. I assume this is a lightning bolt. But I'm happy to make that double 2 for 1. You just can't live. Like, Ragavan is insane against my deck because all my cards are super cheap and they're playing black-red. So, like, first of all, I only play 18 lands, so there's like a very low fail rate on the Ragavan against me. So you just gotta block it there. For sure. Oh, nice. I'm definitely popping the Bauble. I'm just wondering on what. I could pop it on myself to know another card I'm drawing, which could be important. No, actually not. I think I'm just gonna do it on them. I think that's better information for me to decide on what to discard. Most unexpected things. This is hilarious. What? It's gonna be one of the best moments. I'm so happy I have this recorded. Like, what? What? That's ridiculous. Like, they're playing the most reasonable curve of cards. Okay, Kolaghan's Command, a bit spicy, right? You don't necessarily play it main deck. And then Nico and Bolas? What? This is absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. Alright. Okay, I'm ditching the heat. I'm ditching the heat. I want the Fred. Okay, Counterspell's good. Alright, let's go. Let's go Iteration here. Unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have gone Iteration after all. Maybe I should have just gone Channel or keep up Counterspell for a turn. Yeah. The more I think about it, the better that actually seems. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Tell me what you would have done. Would you have played Iteration here, or would you have just played Channeler Steamlands? So I was thinking that they have Bolas at 5, so I don't need the Counterspell up yet. I mean, Spell Pierce is a pretty good answer to the Bolas. I think I'm just gonna take the Spell Pierce and exile the Shredder. Just pass. Yeah, this worked out badly. Like, this is a very grindy matchup, so that extra card that I was missing here is very important. Yeah, I should have just played Channeler there, I think. Oh, man. Like, my plan was to go Iteration into Channeler. Man, this worked out so poorly. Like, imagine I would have got Channeler into Counterspell here. Oh, I feel so bad about how this all went. This went so badly. Damn it. I gotta not let it. All right, whatever. It happened now. It happened. Yeah. It did happen. Huh. All right. I mean, I might just be able to win this game with these two friends. That's 6 power in the air. Okay. All right. Well, I know what I'm killing. I could go face, theoretically, but I think I'd just rather shut them off mana here. I think I can dig deeper. I'll definitely keep that on top. That is very good. Alright, well, I guess we win. Likely. Could have Bowmasters, but I don't. Just attack here. Yeah, that's the one downside compared to Dig Through Time that Treasure Cruise has. I don't even have any land in my graveyard, that's funny. Let's see. So they can't discard, they can't get rid of Bauble anyway, so I guess I just... Blood Moon they can't get rid of either, so I just take spells. And... Counterspell, and now I have... Creature, Sorcery, Enchantment, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, this is... I have all 5 different types. This is best for the Channelers. Stern Scolding. No thank you. No thank you. Alright. Okay, that worked out well, but I think that play was just maybe just too greedy, you know? The iteration, it looks very nice to do it, but it didn't turn out well for me. And if I wait a turn, I have the counterspell up, and then I iteration, it also digs a little deeper with the Dragon Rage channel. I also have the threat on board. I don't get to use my mana very well. That's sort of, I always have that in my head, like, oh, I want to use my mana well. But damn, guys, my bolas in the deck, it's so funny. Just a random bolas, and we see it with the Bauble. Alright, I don't know what was their hand, by the way. They're like, again, this might be a situation where people are just a bit too greedy and playing clunky cards. Like, they could have had another bolas in their hand or whatever. If those would have been actual, you know, cheap cards, like a Fable, for example, that could have done a lot more than the bolas here. It's just too expensive. Okay, so Rakdos match up, but they do have some big stuff. So what do I do? I kind of want to take out the Ragavan. But then, like, looking at my deck, I'm like very low on actual ways to kill my opponent with. It's just seven creatures at that point. I think I want the Heat. I think I want Scolding. Might want Aether Gust. Might want Borrower. They didn't play Giganta, which they can't because of bolas, but they might have Leyline of the Void. Molten Impact, cast into fire. Gonna try the Impact. Play the Borrower as an extra threat, although it's kind of bad against Bowmaster too. Yeah, I don't know about the Ragavan. Maybe I should just run it and just hope to counter the Bowmaster. I could also play Aether Gust. Seems medium. Good against bolas, but lots of my cards are good against bolas. I think I'm just gonna run two of these. I could run a cast into fire for the Orc. They also showed me Ragavan, right? Yeah, they did. Play one Ragavan. Maybe play a Hearse. Could have played a Hearse too. It shuts off DRS. And it is a threat down the line theoretically. Yeah, maybe I can just put a Hearse into my deck. But it needs something to crew it. I don't have many crew members. Interesting. Yeah, I think this is a keep. It's not the greatest hand ever, but it's good enough. Just having that turn 1 removal spell is worth gold against these decks. Again, yeah, in like any of these Ragavan, Deathrite, whatever matchups. And here I cannot really risk passing the turn, because if they have a fetch, then they have free mana, and I cannot respond to that. So I have to just Lightning Bolt there. Alright. If I play Channeler, I might get really hosed by Orc, so I don't want that to happen. So I just keep... I could also play Blood Moon maybe against this opponent. I don't know. Like, they're playing bolas, so their mana base is a bit hefty. I didn't do that though. Maybe I should have considered that more. They might have Spell Pierce. Like, Treasure Cruise is more risky against Orc, of course, compared to Dig Through Time. But I think the fact that Treasure Cruise is just so strong makes up for that fact. Like, the 1 mana discount compared to 3 is huge. Alright, so, well, this DRC won't get Delirium quickly. I could just ditch the land. Yeah. Kroxa is really good against my deck. It's another reason to play hers. Alright, well, I guess maybe ditching the land was a bit greedy. Maybe I should just ditch Lightning Bolt. Doesn't like Lightning Bolt or land was the option there basically. Just play Shredder now. I assume if they have Bolas, they won't have like Shieldred. Yeah, I mean they could have anything at this point. Like, can't really make assumptions about someone who's playing Bolas in their Rakdos mid-range deck. So concerned. Playing a free card? Yeah, that's Shieldred. Alright. Okay, that's a good start. Right. Yeah, that's a very good start actually. Because now if I find a red source. Okay. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Well, it was a good start. But that was it. I got mega punished for discarding this land. Mega punished. If this land... Yeah, this game would have been fairly reasonable. I could have gone last turn, I could have gone Shredder into Treasure Cruise. And this turn I could have maybe set up an Unholy Heat on the Shieldred. Okay, like the great thing about playing these decks is that you can always find something you can do better. I guess, yeah. Yikes. Getting unlucky here too, but I really, yeah, I just got greedy with the Delta. I don't know. I was thinking that because I have the Cruise, I'm probably gonna draw like more lands, and that's why I don't need the land. Should have attacked there as well. Not planning to chump block, am I? Yeah, I guess this is good against Ragavan Dash though, so it's better to not attack. Yeah, okay, they have it. But they also have the removal. And they play it in a way that I get dealt more damage. Which is kind of smart. Yeah. So it takes... Go down to... 10. Go down to 10, take 6, go down to... Upkeep, Heat, I guess. They have 4 cards, okay. Alright. Okay. This game would have been a really cool game if I wouldn't have discarded the Delta. Probably good chances to win this game if I wouldn't have done that. Scolding. Well, I'm glad I didn't draw that, I guess. Yeah. I like that this deck enables Heat very well, so it has 8 very good removal spells, which is nice. Alright, if I draw Untapped Island, would be pretty good. Okay. Now I can just cruise. Yeah. And they don't... they do have enough for Croxa. They do. How did they do? Oh, because of this spell. Yeah, true. Yeah. No, this game could have been an interesting game, for sure. If I wouldn't have, done what I did, I guess. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all do mistakes all the time. Magic is hard. Magic is hard. Yeah, if they return Croxa, I'm Dobbs. There's just nothing I can do, right? Like I can draw Unholy Heat, I guess. Yeah, no, I can draw Unholy Heat. That's fair. That's fair. So I have... Okay. I might want to go to 1 here. I think I will. Okay. Yeah, I'm not totally out of it, technically speaking. Gonna go to 1, discard a counterspell to the Croxa. If they have removal plus Ragavan, sure, I die, but I have to get something going. This digs me deeper to Heat, which I have 4 in my deck, to be fair. Looks like they have a kill spell. And all of this is unnecessary if they have a kill spell, but yeah, try my best. Yeah, this can be land. That's what it came down to. This matchup seems doable though, especially on the play. It would be nice to have some like alternative threat in the sideboard besides the Borrower. I think I'm gonna ditch the Counterspell over the Scolding. If I find like Heat with this and like maybe Untapped Island or something like that, I could then still cast the Scolding but not the Counterspell because I have to cast Heat next turn. They also do have somewhat greedy mana base, but I think like Blood Moon, if they get one Swamp, Blood Moon is not going to be very effective against them. I guess second Lightning Bolt would have done it too. This is a dead card. And this guy has to attack, I'm starting to realize. Yeah, I guess I'm done. Alright. Close, yeah. I feel like I had good chances of winning this game if I don't mess up the way I did. Molten Impact might just be too clunky. I don't hate my chances. Ragavan becomes a good amount better on the play. Cast into fire. That seems fine. It doesn't... It's a very narrow card, and I already have Scolding, I guess. These two kind of do the same thing. They could have hers, theoretically. Maybe just play more Ragavans, just try to cheese it out. Yeah, what alternative threat could you play? You could play Zevaloon. 3 mana, 3/4, draws a card whenever it attacks. 3/4, good stats. But yeah, I don't know. Like it just gets killed maybe by Fatal Push plus Fetch Land. So you might want to play, I guess maybe just Fable. Fable is like pretty good at grinding. You could play Pia and Kiran Alar. What else is there, guys? Anything with Flash maybe? Tishana's Tidebinder. Snapcaster Mage. Relies on a graveyard. That's a good hand, yeah. Here I'm gonna Bauble, Shredder, slow roll, and play Ragavan turn 1. Like, you need full focus, really. You need full focus. Oh, that's good. Oh, double leyline even. Okay, I was kind of right about the leyline. But that's what you have the Shredder for. Like, against leyline, Shredder is kind of nice. Just discard your treasure cruises and your bad cards. So you're not like out of the game. And Borrower you can bounce the leyline with. They do have the push as well. But like double leyline obviously cannot bounce that. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see. Just gotta apply pressure. Spell Pierce. Do I discard land again? I think I will. Pop now because they can't cast Bowmaster in the upkeep. Bloodstained Mire, alright. I'm gonna get punished for not keeping. I think it was correct to bin the land here, wasn't it? Like, if they have a Death Rite, I want to have the removal. I do want to have the Channeler. I think I could have discarded the Channeler, but yeah, if they kill this, then I'm like out of anything. So I think it's fine. DRC obviously not great against ley lines, but yeah, it would be nice to have some extra threat. Not gonna lie. That was a good Scolding. I'm just looking for Expressive Iteration or Shredder here. Alright. Well, no more Orcs, please. Orc would completely destroy me. Yeah. They didn't have any in game 1 and 2, I guess. Yeah, this was a great draw. Like, having ley lines, yeah, I just need an alternative way of winning. Like MURKTIDE wouldn't do anything either because of leyline. So leyline is quite good. Making the DRC a 1/1 is pretty brutal. Yeah. Should just heat that probably. Maybe fetch first. Just feels like you need some alternative threat. Or just a 4th shredder would help too. Maybe you play 4 shredders and only 3 DRCs or something like that. Maybe shredder's just better because of these post-board situations and because it's just so much better against 1 toughness hate. Don't tell me you have another one. that would really tilt me a bit. Expressive Iteration. I also cut one of those, so I'm a little bit worse against Leyline of the Void specifically. I could just lightning bolt it twice and let that resolve theoretically. They would go to 12 and then to 6. Nah, that's not a good play, I think. Counterspell. I think time is not on my side. If they stay back with this, I'm gonna lightning bolt it. Alright, I'm gonna lightning bolt that too. Just trying to find expressive. Okay. I think I'm gonna save my lightning bolt here. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. Bounce and cast here. Could offer the trade with the DRC. They might not take it because I have Ragavan now. Tough. But I also have Bolt for this. Interesting situation. They have Kill Spell. They have Fortsies. Well, I have 2 answers for you guys. I guess Borrower goes in the bin. But now, if my Ragavan lives and you have nothing else. Oh, they have something else. Jeez. Can you have like 3 Nicol Bolas and a Shieldred in hand or something? Okay, wow. That was good. That was a good draw. No. I have some hits here. I could hit Ragavan. No, right. Hitting Ragavan doesn't do much. I could hit that. Yeah. That's a hit. Could hit Fortsies. Death right, Fortsies. Okay, no, I'm getting a little lucky, you know? Crazy. Glad I kept in these Ragavans for game 2. Wow, I can't believe it. We won that game. I mean, sure, opponent was stuck on 2 lands for a while, but like it looked pretty grim. And they did spell. They were able to play a bunch of spells, so you couldn't like say they like didn't even play the game. They played a bunch of spells. Crazy. Crazy. Wild. They fated push the Death Right. Yeah, that's just wrong, right? In this situation, the Death Right actually doesn't do anything. They should have fated pushed the Ragavan and then have more time and just deal 2 damage a turn. Maybe that's why they conceded here. Yeah, if you have fated push of Ragavan, it's a pretty fine position to be in, depending on your hand. I mean, if it's 2 Nicol Bolas, maybe not. But yeah, as you can tell, like many games are decided before Nicol Bolas hits the board, so it's a fun one, but not really a playable one. Alrighty, we're on the draw. Yeah, I think there's not a keep on the draw, no cantrips, just a 1-lander. On the play, it's more reasonable because you do have Ragavan, which is, of course, it lives, sort of like a land. Here I'm going to slow roll the Bauble for turn 2. That's a pretty nice play. Alright. No Lurrus though. The Bauble without Lurrus. I'm playing Bauble without Lurrus too, so it's unusual for sure, and probably not correct. Lurrus is a very busted card. Alright. Has a Ragavan ever connected? Oh, no Fatal Push, but I'm sure there's a orc, right? I mean, there's a point in not even... Ah, we're playing against the Necro deck. Alright. Playing the Ornies right now, and the Springleaf Drum. Are you storming off? Going for... I don't know you understand your deck. I don't think this is how it's supposed to be. This is funny. Like, I don't think you're supposed to just play them. You're supposed to play them in the turn where you storm, right? I mean, I haven't played the deck, but I think that's how it goes. Maybe just wanting to chump block the Ragavan. I mean, if Ragavan eats a permanent every turn, I'm pretty happy about that, not gonna lie. Just pass. I'm gonna hold up Counterspell. I don't want to, like, a Necropotence or something to resolve here. I'm just gonna play my Shredder on turn 3. Yeah, overall, you know, it was worth a shot to try out this deck, but it's probably a pretty hostile environment. This is a different format than Modern. And you don't even have Murktide and Preordain. So, yeah. I'm not surprised that I'm, like, not succeeding much with this deck, let's just say. Or, like, not surprised, but yeah, I guess not surprised is the right word. Not much reason to do this pre-combat, to be honest with you. I should have likely just attacked first. In case, I don't know, I hit something that I could even cast. That I will not be able to cast, but I'm happy it's gone from the deck, although you can't even cast it right now. Yeah, I mean, just check on my top, I guess. I have a fetch land I can shuffle if I don't like it. That I don't like. And do I play more? I'm gonna draw one more card. I think not. I think I'd rather, in case I draw a land here, okay, that's definitely not a land, but I rather would keep the Shredder in hand and draw deeper into my deck to find another counterspell, because that seems to be the most important card. I'd rather do that than get more clock going by playing this one turn sooner. I'd rather dig deeper into my deck, is my thinking there. And if I go Shredder, Bauble next turn, I have 2 draws here, so... Okay. So I think that's the Weather Storm Necro deck with, like, artifacts and Besiege the Mirror. So I definitely want these 2 Spell Piercers. I definitely want Needle. Not sure about Blood Moon. Let me take a look at the list. Like, I'm just gonna take the list that made top 16 in the Timeless tournament in the Colosseum, and see what exactly they ran. Mono Black Storm. They did play Underworld Breach, but just 1 copy. They weren't really, they're not reliant on the graveyard at all. Besides that 1 breach. The 4 Veil of Summer. Ooh, that could be tricky. They play Orc as well. I think this is probably decent enough. I don't know about the Cast into Fire. Man. Ashiok stops the tutoring. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. Stifle would also be interesting as a sideboard card, maybe, for these matchups. Blood Moon, they have 6 Swarms. And Springleaf Drum, which makes any color. And Dark Ritual, which makes 3 black. Goes around the Blood Moon. Alright, the worst cards are definitely the removal spells. Gonna get rid of the heat. In this matchup, I think I can go down on Shredder a little bit. Scolding and Bolt are pretty medium as well, but they do play Orc. So it's got to be, like, I have 5 cards to add, so maybe 2 Scolding, 2 Bolt. Cast in the fire. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Bolt. I don't know. Bold face. Bold. Yeah, and by the way, if anybody is curious, I'm not playing Mystic Sanctuary here because I think this is not the type of deck that wants Mystic Sanctuary. I kept both Blood Moons, which... Right, yeah, I kept both Blood Moons. Maybe I should have cut at least one Blood Moon. Jesus Christ. Alright, this is a good hand, though. Probably like... maybe like this. Yeah. Ragavan is excellent in a matchup. Like, although, I'm just looking that this list plays 4 Shambling Ghast. So maybe I'll take it back with the Ragavan being so good. Okay, but the list I have in front of me that made top 16 has 0 Inquisitions. So my opponent might have a slightly different version. Maybe they trimmed the Shambling Ghast for Inquisitions. Taking my Ragavan, so mean. They have Bowmaster for my channel here. I'm just pretty dobs. Maybe I should have just played the Shredders. They do have Shambling Ghast. Alright. Alright. Well, they don't know about the Blood Moon, but they already have 2 Swamps. So, Blood Moon not looking great. Alright. Spell Pierce was a nice pickup. Yeah, Stifle, huh? Stifle. You could also splash green for Tarmogoyf and maybe Questing Druid. Questing Druid is nice with Counterspell when you keep up both. It's pretty good. Helps in the grindy matchups too. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should probably counter that. Reason being, I also want to like dig deeper into my deck. And I really don't want this to get sacrificed. Interesting. So I already have 3 types. Consider. Probably do want to draw Consider. That's actually seems kind of right here. Okay. I really wonder if this is the right play. Okay. Anyways. I'm not gonna bolt it right now, but I might bolt it after I do all this. I think that goes to the bin here. That also goes to the bin. There's a creature. I think I'm just gonna kill that. I just really don't want them to have Besiege enabled, but I guess they can always Besiege and just get the card into their hand anyways. They have 2 cards in hand. They can just, if I kill this, they just Besiege, you know, like, doesn't really change anything. But it just slows them down a little bit. They don't put the Necro right away into play. Maybe I should just play this. Oh, they also have 4 Phyrexian towers. So if they have a Phyrexian tower here, they can kill one of my channelers. There's the land crack. The ring. Alright, it's a totally different version. It also plays the ring. Well, I guess I'm bringing in Cast into Fire. Alright, I'm surprised by that, to be honest with you. Welp. Yeah, ring pretty good when you're on 18 life. Sort of like a Necro as well. I like ring a lot more than Necro, to be fair. Necro goes around Bowmaster though, so that is cool. But when you play 4 Shambling Ghast and Bowmasters yourself, I guess the opposing Bowmaster isn't that much of an issue. I could have bolted in the upkeep there. That probably would have been the right play, actually. So I'm like pretty desperately looking for a second spell to cast in this turn, so I can get rid of the Blood Moon and trigger. Yeah, look, like I would have been able to draw this Bauble and go really ham. Yeah, I punted this game. I definitely punted there. Was talking too much about the opponent's deck. I could bluff attack, I guess. Whatever. And if they attack me back, 18 life might be making a difference because, you know, it's one less storm they need to kill me with tendrils. If they attack me down to 18, so here I have the block. They did chump block though, so I guess I would have gotten one more damage in with the shredder. I mean, I assume I'm dead here. If they're not killing me from this position, the deck has to be a bit. They have to question their deck. Okay. Ooh, I could find like Spell Pierce. No such luck. Well, Blood Moon looks pretty heinous here, so I'm gonna just play all shredders for game 3 and cast into fire, I suppose. Yeah. That's a pretty. It's an interesting deck. So it basically needs a lot of cards to go off because it needs to have all this quantity of 1 mana and cheap cards to storm off. So it needs Necro or Ring, essentially, to be able to go off. But you do have Besiege, which can find any of them. Yeah, alright. Yeah, opponent looks like they're able to kill me. How much is this? Let me actually... It's actually not that much. How much is it? It's not lethal, right? Like, look, like they cannot even kill me. Yeah, I don't know. Like the breach makes sense to me. The breach storm, but this deck makes less sense to me. I don't know. I mean, I guess you gained a bunch of life, so you can like go further off. Oh, this list I have here actually plays 2 tendrils as well, so they can tendrils me again. This is really something they do. They just tendrils for like 5 and then they tendrils again. Kind of funny. So here I could put a stop, but I think here I won't. But yeah, they go to 12. I attack for 9. Yeah, I mean, Borrower. Go to 12, I have 9 damage if I even hit double spell. Oh no, wait a minute, there's actually, oh shit, yeah, okay, well, I guess we have it, maybe? Depending on my opponent, because of the free damage from Ring. Brutal! I looked 5 cards deep to find any fetch land or Spirebluff Canal. Damn it, man. Just... Wow, these expressive iterations are really not hitting well, huh, today? Ah, god, that card. Pain. You even have Bauble as a 0 mana card if stuff like this happens. You can at least hit Bauble to get an extra card, you know? I mean, it is game 2, so we have another game to play. Yeah. Like, if they didn't have Weather the Storm, I just would have won the game there, which is pretty embarrassing from their side, right? Like, they got to resolve Ring. I had a really shitty draw where I didn't attack for like multiple turns, just had these 1/1s. And they were almost still losing this game. So it's not a good sign for your deck at all. Hey, why am I? I guess for Pithing Needle. So they do play 2 tendrils. Alright, Blood Moon, nope. Shredder, yes. Cast the Fire, yes. They haven't shown me a Bowmaster yet. Maybe not running it? Oh, I kind of like the bolts, being able to burn them out. Ashiok. They didn't play any Besiege, but I have to... They're 100% running for Besiege. Like, all these artifacts, of course you do. So I think Ashiok is good against that. This matchup seems pretty good. Like, I put on high pressure. I have 4 Spell Pierce, 4 Counterspell. And this is sort of the nightmare matchup for their deck, right? Well, they do play Veil post-board, I guess. So that helps. I think I have to start binning stuff to grow this channeler. I mean, that is an extra land. I'm drawing 2 here. 3 in total, dropping the Ashiok turn 3. Let's not be too greedy, I guess. That was a mistake, actually. Oops. Yeah, that was a little mistake because I should have just done it in the upkeep. So they don't get to... Like, if they have Inquisition here, they don't get to see an extra card. That was just a misstep. No. All right. No, I mean that's what you can do, I guess. Like that's powerful, of course. Turn 1 Necro. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this card is a bit egregious without 3 counterspells in the format, honestly. I don't like it. I think it should get banned. Like it would just cause problems, I think. Down the line. Or you give us 3 counterspells and then a card like just the ability to drop just powerful cards on turn 1 for 3 mana. That's already stupid. And then like the ability to combo. The ability to combo is kind of fun and all that, but like 1 mana into 3 mana, it leads to a lot of unfun games. I might be able to win this game, to be honest with you, but I've already won against turn 1 Necro, and many have. It's not that crazy, but like it's still pretty good, and it causes to it's not fun gameplay, I would say. It's just, all right, you have turn 1 Necro. How great. Skill game, I guess. You know? I think I'll just play DRC here. Consider. I have creature or sorcery I can hit here in 3 cards that to mill to start attacking here. And really putting on the pressure. Nah. I really want to hit a creature or sorcery here. No such luck. No such luck. 7 cards in the bin. No delirium is pretty unfortunate. Okay. I can mill myself, and that should definitely lock up delirium with the Ashiok. And then I hope that the oh, they have another ritual. Jesus. Yeah. Turn 1 ritual, turn 2 ritual. It's good. It's playing pretty messed up Magic. You play a turn 1 free drop and you play a turn 2 4-drop. It's fast mana, which is always problematic. Has always been problematic in Magic and has always caused bans. The only format where I think fast mana is reasonable is where you have 0 mana interaction spells to sort of keep it in check, right? Like Force of Will, Force of Negation, and all that stuff. Otherwise, it's just too broken. Your opponent, sure, they spend 2 cards, right? They spend the mana ramp, right? Dark Ritual is technically a card thrown away just to get something else out. but the other thing is so powerful, or it's just so powerful ahead on curve that it's too unfair. So, and it, yeah, again, leads to unfun games. So I would definitely be happy if Dark Ritual gets restricted. Or you give us free counterspells. Then I wouldn't mind Dark Ritual being in the format. So I cannot attack here. I have to assume they've drawn a lot of cards, so they might have Veil of Summer, for example. So yeah, I'm just gonna drop this Ashiok here. I'm gonna mill anyways. And I guess now I don't need to mill. I guess now I could just mill them. Oh, they have protection. Well, I'm just gonna still exile these rituals, I guess, because it says each. It doesn't care. All right. Yeah, attack, I guess. Okay. Well, we're at the mercy of them. If they just naturally draw tendrils here and make a bunch more mana, maybe just dead. They could also have another ring to buy them more time. But they can't besiege into a ring at least, or tendrils. I'm at 16. The storm count is 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to kill me. 2 rituals gone also, which makes storming off a bit more difficult. Yeah, it's a nice combo. Make some more mana, storm a little bit more. I don't know, this deck is so inbred as well, sorry to say. Like, right, it just play all these completely trash cards. Like, that's what I like about the red-black breach deck. It plays good cards, right? It plays, okay, Stitcher Supply, not a good card, but the rest of the deck, it's just good stuff, you know, like Bowmasters and Deathrite and Dragonwitch Chandler and Fatal Push and Thoughtseize, Luris. And this deck, like, some of your hands are going to be atrocious, like double Springleaf Drum, a Shambling Guest, or something like that. Or, you know, like, it's going to be very sad, some of your hands. So, yeah. I could not bring myself to bring a deck like that to a tournament. And that is a huge inconsistency point against it. There's basically no card selection besides Necropotence and like Tutor effects. So yeah, if you have Necropotence turn 1, your deck is very good. If you don't, your deck is a pile of shit. But I guess you can always mulligan. So I guess there's that. You could just mulligan a bunch. We'll see. Like, I think with a deck like that, you have to mulligan very aggressively. Like, definitely. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's pretty good here. Sort of goes around the Ashiok, naturally drawing Weather the Storm. Going up to 26. Yeah, I'm probably Dobbs at this point. It's just too many cards they can draw. Freely. Yeah. I mean, I could click Concede, I think, at this point. Like, they draw like 13 cards very easily here. Yeah, Weather the Storm plus Necro, it's good. Again, like, they had turn 1 Necro, they had turn 2 Ring, they had everything they needed this game to, you know. The Ring gained them 6 life in a way and drew them 3 cards. I mean, I guess they took 1 damage, so it only gained them 5. And it will take 2 more damage, but, you know. It was pretty insane. Their draw was completely, utterly insane. Yeah, and that, I don't know. Like, that definitely makes the format a little bit unfun for me. That stuff like this is just possible. And, you know, like, then you're gonna have many games against a deck like this where it's just not gonna do jack shit because it's just not a good deck and it's very inconsistent. So, or like games where, oh yeah, I mulligan to 4, I have the Swamp, I have the Necro and the Dark Ritual, I mulligan into it. I mean, that's not fun Magic for me. Like, that's just not fun. Like playing Tron and mulliganing to the Tron pieces. It's like, okay, yeah, you mulliganed into your win, I guess. Great. Maybe I can exile both tendrils with the Ashiok. Zero tendrils hit. I definitely like playing Ring with Dark Ritual. Gives you a little bit more consistency. And it's very similar to Necro. Yeah, I mean, a deck like this can definitely make deep runs in a tournament still, because there's just the aspect that you just mulligan to 4, you find your Swamp, your Ritual, your Necro. And then you just do that every single game. And every game you just mulligan to 3. You know, I think with a deck like this, you should mulligan to 3 sometimes. You're just finding, you always get 7 cards. It's like the mulliganing is your tutoring for Ritual, Necro, Swamp. That's all you need. And you do that, and you draw 10 cards, and then next turn you hopefully find another Ritual, and then, or you play your Springleaf Drums or your Phyrexian Tower plus your Shambling Gas to make some mana. Yeah, and then you go off, and that's something you can do. I mean, there's Thoughtseize turn 1, there's Spell Pierce. Of course, turn 1 Thoughtseize can get you pretty good. Thoughtseize is sort of the... Yeah, Thoughtseize is very good in this format, let's just say. It's sort of a necessary evil, I guess. Alright, I mean, if I hit the second Necro... Sorry, like, I have the Ashiok in play, so... If I actually hit the second Tendrils, if they only play 2, I might be able to get them out of kill conditions. They have 20 free cards left. They draw a couple more. Going up to 34. The deck, yeah, it's a deck. It's a deck. It's a deck for sure. It's harder to disrupt, I guess, than the Breach deck, because the Breach deck just really is reliant on the graveyard. And this deck doesn't really care about the graveyard all that much. So you have to, like, Pithing Needle is very good, of course. Like, Pithing Needle is very good, yeah. Thoughtseize, Spell Pierce. And to be fair, I guess those cards are seeing less play than good old, yeah, Graveyard Hate. Every deck has Graveyard Hate in the sideboard, so the Breach deck, although it does play more consistently and has more powerful cards and doesn't have to mulligan as aggressively, do I attack with this first? I think I do attack with this first. In case I hit like a Thoughtseize or something, an Inquisition, I can cast that, discard a thing, like a Tendrils, and then exile the graveyard. Not bad. That's the Tendrils. Okay. And down to 11 cards. I mean, the list that I'm looking at here basically has Shambling Gas and Orcish Bowmasters to kill with, but my opponent has not played an Orcish Bowmasters in the entirety of this match. I have not seen one. Did I just play this? Yeah, I think so. Wow, we hit the Tendrils, guys. We could just win this game here because we hit the Tendrils. Opponent has not given up yet though, so maybe they have another one. Just free 10 rolls. Okay. My last hope. I mean, they played turn 1 Necro and then turn 2 Ring. Like, this game was, you know, a lost cause. I would never expect to win this. Yeah. They do have Bellmasters. I mean, okay. Just shooting down my poor Ashiok. Alright. I mean, this would get interesting if they don't have it. I'm at 4 life, and they have now some pressure on the board. But they also take a lot of damage per turn. Like, they take 4 and then 6 in the air. I can have a second blocker plus the Shredder here. What is this? A Breach? Make red mana there. The Siege, so you just... What do you have? Weather the Storm? No, for Tendrils. Alright. Well played, I guess. Alright. Well, that was blue-red, tempo, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I think this deck is missing a very good threat. In addition to like Ragavan and Channel and stuff, like because those are just too fragile to Bowmasters. Like MURKTIDE, for example. Like if you would add MURKTIDE, this deck would definitely be better. And what's also missing, it's missing 3 counterspells. Force of Will, Force of Negation. At best, of course, Force of Will. And then we'd be talking, I think. Then we'd be talking. Ragavan actually had to be banned in Legacy because it was so damn good with the 3 counterspells, with Daze. Just another one they could add to this format. It's very powerful. It would be actually reasonable, I think, to add and help a deck like this a lot. Yeah, they Daze and Force of Will, right? It was just it was too strong with the Ape. You just played Ape and then you protected it with a free counter and you won the game. It was too good, so they had to ban it. Might happen here too, I guess. If you add 3 counterspells, the Ragavan just gets too broken. Maybe. I didn't actually think about that, but yeah. That is a pretty nasty combination. 3 counterspells in Ragavan is pretty freaking good. I don't know. You could just ban Ritual. I mean, that would help. That would just stop this nonsense. Or restrict it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys enjoying playing against these Necro decks that put out Necro turn 1 and then like do all this crap? You're just sitting there for 10 minutes. They do through the combo and all that stuff. I don't know. It just seems it's like a Tron gameplay deck. Like you might want to have a deck like this in the format to sort of threaten this, and you always have to have those Pithing Needles in your sideboards, and you know have those Spell Piercers, I guess, and just blah blah blah. But I don't know. It's just yeah, it gives deck variety, I guess. It's not too broken or anything, but yeah, whatever. All right, well. That has been Blue-Red Tempo. We tried it. It doesn't look particularly good. It needs more improvements, I think. Hopefully they will bring a nice Timeless Anthology set that we can all, you know, really be excited about with a bunch of awesome cards from the entirety of Magic. Like, there could be anything, right? There could be even Commander cards that only see play in Legacy because Commander cards are actually legal in Legacy and Vintage, but not in Modern. So they could literally add anything, right? So yeah, I'm excited about that. Let's see. And thanks for watching as always.